Hi, my name is Bill Windsor, and I'm a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives from the 6th Congressional District in Georgia. And the purpose of this video is to let you know what my platform is. And as I said, if you've watched my introductory video, people tend to make lots of promises in their campaigns, and then they are seldom able to honor many of those promises. Let's face it, you're one person if you're in Congress out of 600 or 700. So you don't have a lot to say. My platform is pretty simple. I have two basic premises. And the first one is I will always be scrupulously honest in everything that I do while I'm working as a representative in Congress. I'll be honest. I will always tell the truth while I'm acting as a representative in the U.S. House of Representatives. That will be a pleasant change because I don't believe that a lot of people that we have in Congress tell the truth. I think they say whatever is convenient. I will always speak the truth. The second thing that I stand for is protection and defense of our fundamental rights under the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Our forefathers put together some pretty amazing documents that grant us or protect us in terms of a number of fundamental rights that we have as Americans. These have been significantly eroded. And the sad story is very, very few Americans realize that we no longer have those rights. You may think you have the right to due process. You may think that you have the right to a fair trial. You may think that you're innocent until proven guilty. You may think that judges are honest. Well, most judges are not honest. From my experience, we have a serious problem with corruption in our judiciary, especially our federal judiciary, but I believe it extends to many state and county judges as well. We need to do something about that because there's no way to get our fundamental rights back unless we treat the core problem, which is the dishonesty and corruption in the judiciary. I believe that we should reduce government waste. I think we spend way too much money on things that aren't needed. I think we got a lot of lazy people working in government. I think that there are many ways that someone with my background as a corporate CEO, having run many companies over the years, can go in and identify the areas where we have waste and bring those to people's attention. I'll only have one vote, so I may not be able to do a lot about it, but I've got a loud voice. And if I identify things that are problems, people are going to hear about it. And that will be a difference from what you have with the Republicans and Democrats who basically snipe at each other and ignore, I believe, the true fundamental problems that we have. So I guess you would say I believe in a balanced budget. The truth is I don't believe in a balanced budget. I've been operated my own businesses for most of my life or was the CEO or president of large companies owned by some big companies. And when you're in business, you have to earn a profit. And so I believe that we should operate our government so that we earn a quote-unquote profit. And that profit will be used to reduce the outrageous deficit that we have that's mortgaged the future of each of us, our children and grandchildren. We need to trim that deficit as far as we can and work toward eliminating the deficit. So I'm for more than a balanced budget. I'm for reducing the waste, reducing the costs, and getting us back into a position where we're not a country that's broke, which is where we are today. The primary thing that I will do as a member of the House is I will expose corruption, I will be a champion for legal reform, and I will seek the impeachment of every corrupt government official that I can identify. I will start with a lengthy list of federal judges who I know are corrupt, who I have proof of their corrupt acts. And one member of the House has the authority or the power to start impeachment proceedings. So they're going to be busy in D.C. when I'm there. We're going to have a lot of impeachment proceedings. We've got to clean this up. There's no other way to do it. So I've kind of called myself America's candidate because the truth of the matter is the Republicans and the Democrats are not going to do this. They know that there are outrageous problems with corruption in the federal judiciary, but they won't do anything about it. That's because they're all part of the same club, and they all protect each other, and they're all working just to keep their little positions and their party intact, and they're not going to do anything to go after these federal judges that are crooks. Well, I'm not going to be a member of a party. I'm an independent. So as an independent, I am going after these guys. So the smartest thing in the world that people around the country could do would be to get behind me. Help me get elected to Congress, because I will make a noise and I will start an effort that should result in cleaning up some of this and forcing the mainstream media to cover it and forcing the other members of Congress to deal with these issues. So I don't care if you're in Poughkeepsie or Spokane or Maui or Maine. Wherever you are, I think you can help. And I consider myself, first and foremost, to be a candidate for the people in the 3 counties in Georgia that I will represent. But I'm going there with an interest and a motivation and a goal that's much beyond that. I'm going there to stir up trouble. I'm going there to raise the serious issues that exist that no one will raise. I'm going there to educate the American people about what a crisis we have of dishonesty and corruption in our government. So I ask all of you to do anything you can to help me as a write-in candidate for Congress in Georgia's 6th Congressional District. My name will not be on the ballot because I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. And in Georgia, the laws are so twisted that it's virtually impossible for anyone but a Republican or a Democrat to get their name on the ballot. So as a result, people are going to have to go to the polls in November and remember to write in Bill Windsor. That's W-I-N-D-S-O-R. Please learn to spell it right, because if you misspell it, they probably won't give me credit for the vote. In terms of every other issue that comes up, if somebody wants to ask me, well, what's your position on this? What's your position on that? Well, my position is very simple. I will study the facts and the circumstances, and I will do what I believe is right. I will try to determine who it is that's speaking honestly and telling the truth. And I will go with that information. Today, who knows what's true? I mean, I don't know if global warming is the worst thing in the world or if it's not a problem. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who to believe, because I have a general mistrust for people in government, because I personally know there's so much dishonesty. So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to support the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I'm going to try to do things that make sense. That's my platform. I'd ask you to vote for me. Please go to my website. It's www.votebillwindsor.com. I'm a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives in the 6th Congressional District. That's Fulton County, Cobb County, and Cherokee County, Georgia. VoteBillWindsor.com. Thank you.